In today's video, I'm going to be explaining exactly what I did to pass the CEH exam, how long it took me, and just some general tips to help you get the highest score possible. Alright, so starting off the video, I just want to go over prior experiences that I've had going into the certification, just so y'all kind of know the knowledge base that I had going into it. So I did get my bachelor's degree and the certification both at the same time, so take that how y'all want it. I haven't had any real cybersecurity experience besides a few IT jobs, which, they're not going to give me much cybersecurity, knowledge at all. So if you are going to go into this exam without any certifications, experiences, or degree, I would not recommend this. This is a little bit more of an advanced test. So if you don't have any of those, I'd recommend going through the A+, Network Plus, Security Plus, and CISA Plus. Even if you aren't going to take those certifications, kind of go through and act like you are studying for them, just so you have a strong base of knowledge going into this and into studying for this and preparing for it. The main reason that I did take this certification was because that I was getting offered a huge discount through my school. I think the certification is like $1,200 through EC Council, and my school was providing it for like $600 or $700, which is a really good deal. And they were also offering that if I was to pass it, they would reimburse me $500. So I did pass it, so I think I only ended up paying like $200 after everything's said and done. So that's a very good deal through my part. And so yeah, I'm going to be trying to show y'all the most cost-effective way to prepare for this exam and the way that I did it. Now this is a multiple choice test. It's going to be 125 questions that you have 4 hours to take, which is enough time. I think I got finished on mine in about an hour and a half. So just be knowledgeable about that. It's not any hands-on stuff. Even though I would recommend when you're going through and studying for it and preparing for it, if it's not through EC Council's labs or IT Pro TV's labs or CyberQ's labs, get some type of hands-on experience, man, just because that'll help you out a lot in terms of, what you're talking about and stuff like that. And certain, it'll help you out with certain scenario-based questions, because there is a lot of those on the exam. There's a lot of scenario-based questions and stuff like that. And I think getting your hands dirty is probably the best way for you to have, gain knowledge about it. So yeah, being that this test is a written test, I think you're definitely going to have a strong base of knowledge coming out of it about certain methodologies and definitions and stuff like that. Even though it is lacking hands-on stuff, preparing for this, you should do it on your own, just so you are prepared for that and gain that experience as well. So now on to what I did to pass this certification and to get a 117 score out of 125. What I did was I went through IT Pro TV's course on the CEH certification, and they did a very stellar job on providing explanations, examples. They also do hands-on experiences and demos and stuff, which I thought was very helpful, man. So I would definitely recommend going through their course just to give you a broad knowledge. Now you're not gonna memorize certain things and take it through all the first go around. So I would recommend taking notes. If you don't take notes, at least make study cards and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just so you can go over it and relearn it and stuff, because you're not gonna grasp it the first time watching it. So yeah, the second thing that I did to prepare for this exam was I took as many practice exams as possible. I will link a few that I did on Udemy in the description box, so make sure to check those out. But I took a lot. I'm gonna try to find all the ones that I did take. But yeah, I'm going to include certain ones down below so you can go through and check those out. And yeah, man, those practice exams did a lot of good work for me. I think that was probably the most, benefit that I got, because that's going to lead into my third thing that I did to prepare for this exam, which was I made a whole bunch of study cards, including every answer choice that was on those practice exams. Just because I went through and I took the ones on Udemy once, right? And then I went through and I made study cards of each answer choice. So I didn't want to get myself in the headspace to memorize, the questions and then the answers. So I would be cheating myself. So I wanted to get myself unfamiliar as possible with those questions and just have the answer choices and, the explanations, so I could, whenever I would go through it the second time, I would have the ability to do, what is it called? Cross elimination or process of elimination. That's what I meant to say. And that is probably the best thing that's going to help you in taking the certification, because there's a lot of questions on there that they'll have answer choices that, aren't even close to being it, and you'll be able to get it down to a 50% chance, or down to, the answer choice that is correct, which obviously ended up working out with me because I got such a high score. So I would definitely recommend doing that. I think memorizing the practice exams is not going to help you in terms of like learning what you need to learn through the certification, because at the end of the day, man, the certification, it is going to allow you to go through HR, but I think in order for you to benefit and to help you throughout your career, you need to know what you're talking about. So, yeah, I think that was probably the best thing that I did. Make those study cards, grind and learn them, and make sure you're studying very, very hard, because if you do that, man, I think you'll prepare yourself extremely well for the certification. So yeah, I'm going to recap just for those that missed it the first time. I watched IT Pro TV's course. I took as many practice exams as possible, and I made study cards of each answer choice on those practice exams. So I knew I had a broad knowledge of terms, methodologies, tools, because this is a very tool heavy exam as well. You will need to know tools. Also, make sure you make study cards about common ports, because you will need to know what certain ports do, like port 123 being NTP and stuff like that, 53 being DNS. So you will need to know that. So make sure you know the common ports as well. And so yeah, make sure you know even the wrong answer choices on the practice exams as well as the correct ones. And then the second time when you go through it, if I would make sure you're getting above 90s on every practice exam that you're taking, at least 85. That's what I did. And you'll be in the green, man. You'll do a very good job on the certification if you do that. Like I said before, make sure you're actually learning this information. At the end of the day, the certification is for you. It's to prove that you know something, and it's not going to do you any good if you have the certification and you show up on the job and not know what's going on. So make sure you know what you're doing for your life. And yeah, can't stress that enough. Also, my last thing that I want to say to y'all is don't stress out too much about this certification, man. I was stressing myself out a lot because I had $500 on the line if I didn't pass it. You know what I mean? So I was stressing myself out a lot about the certification. I was very nervous, and I think it ended up doing more harm than good, just because I was stressing myself out, not getting enough sleep. As you can see, my eyeballs have a little bit of black around them, man. I was not sleeping at all. I was stressing out a lot. I was very, very nervous, but you don't have to be nervous as long as you prepare well enough and do the things that I said. Even using sources outside of what I'm going to provide you in the description box. Just getting all the knowledge that you possibly can, searching Reddit for good, sources of information, other YouTube videos, and just everything that you can find, man, is going to help you out in the end. So yeah, that's going to be all that I had to say for this video. Hopefully it wasn't too stressed out and too long. This channel is going to be mainly where I share my experiences, like certifications or tips that I have in general that I come across, and just something that I could, get along with my community and get out there, because I want to be able to, branch out and talk to y'all. So hope to see you all very, very soon in the near future. And with all that being said, guys, peace.